Right.
Okay. All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. We will start by saying the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and
to
to
the
the
republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Okay,
Christina.
so we, attendance appointment of alternates, George is not here, Christina's not here, so, but we do have a quorum, so we're good to go. We have a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Let's see here. Approval of minutes from our last regular meeting, which was June 18th, 2025.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from our regular meeting on June 18th, 2025.
A second. Second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public participation? Nada? Communications, Amy?
I sent one up today from the auditor, and I'm sorry how high tech it was. We have a new GASB, we have to implement 101 for compensated absences. In the old world, we used to just, if somebody didn't get paid out, like clerical doesn't get paid out sick time. So we used to accrue all their vacation time as if we were going to pay it, but their sick time used to be a zero. The new GASB says you can't do that. You have to assume that they're going to use some portion of it between now and then. And you have to come up with a calculation. But we have to adopt a policy on how we're going to use people's time. So that's the start of it, but that is not a policy. So I am reaching out to my cohorts to see if anybody has adopted a policy yet. Because I think the policy should be able to be short, like one page. I don't think it should have to be, I mean, they basically gave you the whole standard and all their examples. So that was supposed to be a policy, but that is not a policy. So more to come. I'm hoping that we can vote on it in September. If not, we should really by October, because by then the auditor will be here. The auditors will be here. We're working on it already. Because our work has nothing to do with you guys voting on a policy.
Yeah.
But we do need to come up with a policy, and it's for a new accounting standard.
Okay.
Sorry for the light reading.
That's okay.
I do have one more communication thing I gave out and left here for people. It's the CIP process. There was been questions about what the process is. So this basically lays out, right now, we are starting the 26-27, and the requests have already been sent out to all the directors and all the board chair people. And requests are due back September 12th. But what we're doing tonight in our transfers for 25-26 is the last box on it. It's already gone to town meeting. It's already gone back to the CIP committee once the budget passed. Already went to the Board of Selectmen for their approval. So you guys are just really allocating the money to the projects they already approved.
Thank you.
Okay. Move on to monthly reports. Town 24-25, the final one, I guess.
So these are drafts still because there's still stuff coming. But we are currently sitting at, for the general fund, to return $244,000. But you will see in my transfers for 24-25, there are some departments that are overspent. So I'm coming looking for a transfer before we do the overall ones. Example of that would be sanitation. I took out money previously out of collection and single stream recycling. And those both are still positive, but the disposal overran by 19,000. So now I need to get the money back. So I took it out of there thinking they were going to have surpluses. The two lines I took it out of had surpluses and still have surpluses, but another line is short. So I pushed the department over by taking the money out. So one of my requests is to put that money back. And there's a couple others. We paid some comp time out in a department that didn't have any money in their salaries, but the contract requires us to pay it out. Supervisors get comp time during the year for their night meetings. They have to get paid it if they haven't used it by the end of the year. So that's another one. I don't know what the other, building committee, it didn't round by the $125 we're paying. So they ran out of money because we didn't round it. It didn't come out by the amount of money that they're actually paying them versus the number of meetings they had to the budget. So we fixed that for 25, 26, but so those, there aren't a lot. There's just a few little things. But there definitely are still bills coming. But all the transfers for 24, 25 are tied to departments that are overspent overall. Oh, the other one is probate. I don't know why we only budgeted I don't know, less than $2,000 and our first 6-month bill was $1,379. So I knew we were gonna be over, but until we knew what the amount was, there didn't make a lot of sense of changing it, and that bill just came in. All right, so 25, the rest of it, the revenue is, good news is we did not need the $1.2 million for the revenue. You will see that we are to the positive by $50,000. Let's see. That's my numbers. They are on page 16. Maybe not. Did I not give you revenue? Maybe they're in the beginning.
What is it?
Yeah, they're in the beginning. So the places that had surpluses are the motor vehicle tax, which I intentionally do not budget for because when we go under the cap, it goes away. So that technically offsets the 173 that she was short in current taxes. But she was over in prior year taxes by 423,000, over interest and liens by $167,000. My interest income was $293,000 over budget. The miscellaneous revenue was mostly tied to the engineering from the community center. We got back the money we had spent in fiscal year 22 and 23. And building was over 112,000. So that was enough to cover our $1.2 million of use of fund balance in our budget and leave us $50,000 to the good.
Righty.
And then there's just CNR in here for anybody who has questions on the projects and where they stand.
Anybody have any questions on 24, 25? I do not. Like I said, I looked it over and it's nice to see a small return, not a negative, so it's good. All right, move on to 25, 26.
So not a lot's happened there. Tax revenue has come in at 55%, so just fine there. $20 million has been collected. For revenue, and I think that's really it. Not too much else has really happened in revenue. Yeah. Other than our $20 million in tax revenue, we really don't have too much other revenue. Nothing from the state. A little bit in interest income, but we increased all the places we had huge surpluses last year. We increased in this year's budget. So those huge places won't be there next year. That's it for revenue. Expenditures, we really don't have anything. Nothing that I know of is a problem. I don't know many shortfalls. We're barely into it. This is only the first month.
We don't have any shortfalls already. Yeah.
Well, something could come in
Yeah.
higher than we expected, and I would know that something needed to be adjusted. So we're 6% spent.
Alrighty.
And then CNR is just the little bit that's been spent so far this year. Mostly roads, $527,000 has all been spent out of roads. They are down to zero. But I'm asking tonight for transfers in 25, 26 to allocate money from the general fund contribution into the specific projects, so then my departments can spend it.
All right, any questions? We'll move on. Board of Education, 24, 25 is not available. I assume you're still closing that up.
Well, I mean, we're in pretty good shape as far as the end of the year goes. The reason I didn't send one was just to kind of respect board, since they hadn't seen the numbers yet. We actually just had our finance subcommittee an hour ago. So our full board hasn't even seen the FY 25 end of year reports yet.
Okay.
So that'll be in the next Board of Finance meeting. If that answers your questions.
Okay.
That's why we don't have that today.
Gotcha.
As far as 26 goes, What I did give was our allocations of the budget, so it's the same thing that our board saw about a month ago. Obviously, things have changed since then as far as like expenditures and revenue that's come in. So I don't want to say ignore the year-to-date report that's in there. But basically that's, you'll see like our actual allocations, but a lot of things have moved around since then. So kind of same thing, next Board of Finance meeting, we'll have a much better picture of where the beginning of the year starts.
Alrighty, sounds good. All right, that moves us on. Oh, any questions?
When is the next Board of Ed meeting? Next, okay.
Alrighty, that moves us to the 24-25 transfers. They are in here somewhere. Where? There we are. There's 4 of them. There we go.
Except that none of my account numbers showed up on my transfers. They just say payroll.
Yeah.
It was the 27th payroll that I was trying to use. I guess I can give you an account number. There was a little bit left in the 25 year. There was, I think it was the only place I had enough money to cover all of them. It is in 1005 5000, 519,005, and there's $12,000 left in there.
27th payroll.
27th payroll. Yep. My thing must have gone too big on the,
Yeah, blocked it out.
it wiped it to the next line.
Alrighty, so with that, do I have a motion for transfer request number 24? Sorry, 24, 25, number 45.
I'll make a motion for transfer number 45 from probate in the amount of 1,580 for payroll to cover necessary overages.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion?
Just,
That's backwards.
I just wanted payroll to probate.
Yeah, right, payroll.
Yep, probate to pay. Haven't been here in a
I
while.
know.
And Amy discussed earlier, like I said, we didn't quite budget enough in the last year to cover that. Hopefully correctly for this year. And yeah, there's discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed. Motion carries. This is the number 46, do I have a motion?
Make a motion to transfer $2,066 from planning professional services to planning full-time salary to, for funds to cover the comp time payouts, which Amy previously shared as well.
Okay,
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. 47, a big one.
I'll make a motion to transfer $50 from the 27th payroll to recording secretary to cover the expense overage.
second,
Any discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. And sanitation, number 48. Motion.
Make a motion for sanitation, transfer request 48, sanitation $11,000 from payroll to sanitation disposal to cover costs.
Second.
Any discussion? Amy talked about it earlier, so we should be good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. All right, we will now look at transfer requests for fiscal year 25-26, and this is for CNR. And this, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is just to move the money that was approved at the Board of Selectmen to the actual categories to be spent. So start with number 2. Your motion.
I'll make a motion to transfer $176,316 from CIP to police cruisers. This is per our CIP committee on June 16th and the Board of Selectmen on July 17th of 2025.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 3,
I'll make a motion for CIP to Board of Ed CNR in the amount of $55,000. Transferred from SIP to Broadbrook HVAC per the Budget Committee from June 16th and Board of Selectmen 7/17.
Second.
discussion. There is detail on some of this also further in the package, and I believe this is for heating system or something like that, the school, if I'm not mistaken. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. That was boilers, right?
Boilers, yeah, heating system.
Hardbrook Elementary School.
Yeah. Yeah, there's,
Whole CIP
it's in the
report from the CIP committee is in your packet.
Yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Transfer request number 4.
I'll make a motion to transfer $20,000 from CIP to the school roof. Again, per our CIP committee on June 16th and the Board of Selectmen, July 17th of 2025.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed. Motion carries. That leads us to number 5. Promotion.
Make a motion, transfer number 5 from CIP to Assessor CNR in the amount of $53,000 to be moved from CIP to the Assessor Reval as per CIP Budget Committee on 6/16 and Board of Selectmen 7/17.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Number 6.
Make a motion to move $150,000 from CIP to Public Works Drainage, again, per the CIP committee, June 16th and Board of Selectmen, July 17th.
Second.
And do we have any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Number 7.
Make a motion for transfer number 7 from CIP to Planning CNR in the amount of $41,985 to be moved from SIP to Planning Digitization as per the CIP Committee and Board of Selectmen.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
Question.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, this is what we put back last year. We didn't do it last year, Ramey?
Nope, this is the building part of that same project. So planning has done it twice. Building got 25,000 last year, but it wasn't enough.
Oh,
So it's not spent, and we'll see that in just a second when we go to the CIP analysis next. So he has 25 in there. This 41 will give him the rest of his.
okay.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Leads us to transfer request number 8.
Make a motion for transfer number 8 from CIP to Public Works CNR in the amount of $442,295 to be moved from SIP to Public Works Roads as per budget CIP Committee 6/16 and Board of Selectmen 7/17.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Number 9.
I'll make a motion for transfer request number 9 in the amount of $200,000 from SIP to Public Works Vehicles per the SIP committee on June 16th and Board of Selectmen, July 17th.
Second.
Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Number 10.
Right, I'll make a transfer request for $100,000 from SIP to Public Works Sidewalks per our SIP committee, June 16th and Board of Selectmen, July 17th.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carries. Okay, that cleans up our transfer requests for tonight. It's down to the 25-26 CIP analysis, which is right after we. Here's. You can see the list of what was requested, what was allocated. And obviously the projects that did not get funded. I don't believe we need to approve anything on this, do we?
Nope,
That was just for our information.
just for information. Oh, somehow the geriatric social worker got in the middle of mine.
Yeah,
It must have scanned it in, must have sucked the page together.
yeah.
Your next page after that is the rest of the analysis showing that right now there's $6,498,000 available in SIP without the money you guys just allocated. And the only money so far currently is the 50,000 for Broadbrook for selling their fire truck and the 200,000 that they put in the budget.
Got it.
Sounds good. Any further discussion? The CIP analysis.
We're sneezy.
Okay, so that'll move us down to number 9, Board of Selectmen updates and referrals.
And I'm gonna do it. He's on vacation. So is Marie. So basically, we have $300,000 available from our ARPA money interest. And I went to the auditor and asked him how we go about spending that. There's no requirements from the federal government on how to spend it, but he suggested that we go back through the same process to allocate it like we did for the projects themselves.
Okay.
So this letter just tells you about what we're looking for, how we're intending to spend the money. And it's kind of, the thought is, it's kind of like a pilot program. Put a set of money aside, do a 3-year contract service, not an employee, to see what the need really is, because there's been a lot of talk about needing it and what we would need it for, and it's been discussed at a lot of the Board of Selectmen meetings. But we really don't know, and until somebody starts doing this, I don't think we will know. So the thought was if we put money aside, we could have a way to pay for somebody to do contract services for us as situations come up that they need geriatric social working in the senior center.
No,
So after here, it would go to town meeting. So this is really working just like the projects all did of the actual funding that we did.
And the auditor approved that
He's the one who
process.
told me to do that.
Good.
Yep.
Jason did give a pretty good explanation of what it's about. If there's any further questions?
I've watched the meetings.
All righty.
Is there, 1 minute, sorry. Is there any other ARP money, ARP money, or this is just the interest that's
No,
on?
this is just the interest that's left. All the ARPA money was already allocated a long time ago.
Yep,
Several
okay.
years ago.
Yeah, that had to be spent by.
It has to be, no, it has to be spent by 26,
Oh, 26.
but it had to be allocated by December of 24, but we were all allocated long before then.
Okay.
There's still a few things out there, but not significant dollars and nothing that's going to have a surplus. Because if it wasn't already allocated, we have to return it to the treasury.
Right. Could any of this been used towards our budget? This interest, could we have?
I don't think so, because the whole thing was, it had to really be capital projects.
Okay.
So I don't think we could have used it. I mean, maybe as a capital project,
Yeah.
I guess we could have.
Okay, thank you.
And there's no money really out there now, so it's not earning a lot of interest
Nothing is.
Just using it.
because the projects have all been spent down. The sweeper's been bought, the park improvements have been done. All stuff's been done.
So do we need to motion to move this to town meeting?
Yep.
Okay. Alex,
So you need to approve for the 200,000 and forward to town meeting.
okay, so I'd like to make a motion then, to move the request to allocate $200,000 of the American Rescue Plan Act interest to fund contracted geriatric social work services as approved by the Board of Selectmen on their July 17th, 2025 meeting.
forward to town meeting.
I said Ford at the beginning,
Oh.
other, but yeah,
All right,
but yes.
do I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? I think it's a,
My only question is, how are we gonna get the word out for this? Is it,
Well, those people are in to see community service staff all the time. But we don't have anybody qualified when, so somebody comes in a real situation and needs help, we don't have anybody qualified to do it. So this would give them a person to call to get these
so
people in touch
this would
with.
be, they'd
It's
have to
already
make-
people they already see.
Okay.
We have enough, they think we have enough for a full-time worker. But we don't know that that's really true. But these are people that are already coming in to either social services or senior services already. But we don't have the staff with the skills to do the social work part for them.
so this would allow us to have a 3-year deal, and at the end of 3 years, we assess where we're at, whether we need to hire a person or come.
1 year, I guess depends how quick we go through the money.
Right.
I guess so.
If it's really a full-time, until we really start to do it, we really aren't gonna know.
Okay.
But they have been pushing for a full-time geriatric social worker for 3, 4, 5 years now. So they definitely think the need's there. But this will give us actually somebody to help them when the people come in.
And if it determines it's a need, then they're gonna try to put it in the budget of the employee cap.
Yep.
Okay. I guess.
Or maybe contracted services. I don't know that has to be an employee.
I mean, I think it might be better just to keep it as a contract service.
Yep.
Be benefits and
Do benefits.
Okay. Any further discussion?
it's a need.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 10, do you have any updates for us, Mr.? Say, wrong thing, I was gonna say selectman, but you're not a selectman, you're,
We had convocation today, so the teachers returned. We actually had teacher orientation this past Monday and Tuesday, so we're excited about the talent that we're bringing in. Convocation went very well today. Teachers spent some time at their individual buildings. We came together as a district, finishing off with the Teacher of the Year speech from Alyssa Ivanoff, who's a 5th grade special ed teacher, and spoke about her journey into that role and the impact all teachers can have on kids. So overall, very successful today. The professional development tomorrow, Friday, and certainly looking forward to having the kids return on Tuesday. And we're looking for another successful year.
very good. Any questions? All righty, thank you very much. Appreciate you attending tonight. Moves us to new business. That is to appoint a Board of Finance member to the Board of Education Teacher Negotiations.
It depends on what your definition of fun is. They are long, from my experience. When are you holding them?
So I've been in initial conversations, just to get a sense of schedule. Based on, I actually just got something today, so their availability, I have to go to the board with certain dates. But most likely the meetings will start around 5:30 in the evening. They'll go to
4 a.m.
To 2 and 2.5 hours. I would anticipate there would be 3 to 4, more likely 4 meetings between early September and probably mid-September, and they would be, the last meeting would have to be done before November 6th, because if we don't have an agreement in place, mediation would be November 6th, which is Thursday. So you're looking at 3 or 4 meetings between middle of September to early November. Probably about 5:30 and 8, I would say it's the same time. Wow. But I don't know the dates yet.
Any volunteers?
I'll volunteer,
What a queen.
as long as it's done by 8.
I was gonna say that, but I'll let you have, I'll let you
You've done
have.
them before anyway, haven't you?
Huh?
You've done them before anyway?
Never teachers, no, but
Never teachers?
Yeah.
Great, well, we have a volunteer. Do we have a motion to approve the volunteer?
I will gladly make a motion to appoint Randy Reichley as our Board of Finance member to our Board of Ed teacher negotiations.
Thanks.
Second.
Discussion? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Randy.
Finley.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I was this.
I was like waiting for you.
Okay, unfinished business, there's none listed. I don't believe we have any. Board member comments, anybody? Good, all right.
Besides, thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Randy.
You guys are making it out. I'm going before firing squad.
And then our next meeting will be September 17th. There is a very likely I will not be there, so I don't know if we want to do a schedule it for a different date or Tom would have to run the meeting.
Up to you guys, not my call.
Members want to move it or keep it?
I'm gonna leave it up to Tom.
If you want to move it, that's fine with me.
I have zero preference. I'll be here.
You here the next week or?
I'm here, yeah, just that particular day is the only
So the
day.
next week ends up being your conflict, right? Do you guys meet on Wednesdays?
We meet, second and fourth, Wednesday of each month.
Yeah.
Move it to the next week, we would be conflicting with their meeting.
I mean, I'm good on the 18th, I'm good on the 16th, I am just not good on the 17th.
I mean, we certainly, could have, we just most likely want to have something. I was just asking.
Except that's our end of our year. That's all our end of the year reporting, all our transfers. That's a big meeting.
Yeah.
And I need it to happen, but I can't do Tuesday. I'm out of town at a GFOA conference,
Can't do Tuesday.
Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
18th.
So my Wednesday is my first day I could be back.
All right. Well, I mean, I have no problem with the 18th if everyone else, if we can move it.
We'll have to find a different home because
Yeah.
it's Board of Selectmen meeting,
Well,
but
the new community center, I'm sure there's one that we could probably use.
I can do the 18th. Is that what we're doing?
18th, good. And it's enough that we can move it. It doesn't have to be a special meeting, right?
Just can't read.
30 days, nope. It will be a special meeting.
Okay, yeah, because today is the 20th, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be 30 days.
Okay, well,
But that's fine.
that's fine, yeah, okay. So let's do September 18th then. It'll be our next meeting. We don't need the motion that, we can just do it as a decision, right? Yeah. All right, so our next meeting will be September 18th, which will be the Thursday. Ready? Very good. With that, do you have a motion
Make a
to
motion to adjourn.
adjourn?
Second.
Okay, meeting is adjourned. All for attending. See you in September.
I just,
Excuse me.
don't
What did
slip.
you do?
I spilled my water.
Back.
But it was because I realized that it said my company on it and I didn't think that that should be on camera.
Let's turn it backwards.
And then, yeah, I think
Somebody would really have to have good eyes to be like that on camera.
they do. Good eyes. All right. Nobody slip.